How is everybody?
They're good, yeah.
It's hot.
This is hot, but this is not looking hot.
I wouldn't know that, so
Yeah, I lived there for 3 years.
to me, this is hot.
But the complaint was like, oh, it's only 95.
Heating next to it.
Dang. That's hot. Oh, look at that.
It's kind of weird. They should have the motion first. That's what, it's just the way it's written, it's kind of weird.
We ready to go? Good evening. I'd like to call to order the City of Haslet's Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. Today's date is June 24th, 2025, and the time is 6:32 p.m. And we do have a quorum present. So this evening we'll start with a few items of community interest. We have the summer reading program that's going to be taking place at the Haslet Public Library on June 2nd through July 31st. And you can find out more information about that by going to the summer reading program link on the library website. And then we have the Independence Celebration. That's going to be held this Friday, the 27th at 6 p.m. in the community park. And then we have all of the offices for the City of Haslet are going to be closed on July 4th in observance of Independence Day. Moving on, we have our consent agenda. We have our May meeting minutes from 2025 that we need to review and approve or take action on. Any discussion or motions on that?
Make a motion, we approve the minutes as written.
Okay, is there any,
Actually, we need to make one correction to them.
Again?
Yes.
okay, you want to withdraw your motion?
I'd like to withdraw my motion.
Okay, is there another motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes with the one change of it reflecting Mr. Frank Gatto as a non-voting member present instead of a absent member, or members absent.
Okay, minutes have been recommended for approval with one amendment to attendee list. Is there a second?
Go on, Doreen.
I'll second.
Motion been seconded. All in favor? Motion passes. Moving on, we have our, did something get taken off? Why are we doing status of current development projects next? We don't typically do that in that order. All right, well, there's an exhibit in our packet. If you want to review the status of those existing projects, you can review that and follow up with any questions to city staff at a later time. Moving on to agenda item 6, we will discuss, consider, and act regarding the approval of a final plat of Lot 1R Block A, Holy Shepherd Lutheran Church Edition, and we're going to begin with our staff presentation.
Hey, Chairman and members of the board, there's just a few things I want to mention. If you can pull up the location map, I want you to look at the site, and you'll notice that there's a one line down the middle of it. The original church plat had just the northern 2 acres, and when they platted that, they put a easement around it for potential utilities in the future. Now they're combining the lot, and when you look at the plat, they're taking that easement out that was dedicated for a future if something happened on the edge of a lot. One of the things I want to make note on the plat, if you can go to the plat exhibit, is that we asked them to provide us a 25-foot utility easement across the front for any future utilities we might have, and they did that for us. Having said that, the staff has reviewed it, our engineer has reviewed it, and they have no problems with it.
Any question for the city staff?
Well, I only have one question. Is there any reason why we would want to retain the easement down the middle?
No.
Okay.
There is a little one for a Tesco easement, but if they want to build a building there or do something, that easement would just be in the way, and we'd probably have to go back through and abandon it later on because there's nothing in the ground or overhead that supports the need for that easement.
And there was nothing planned for that easement on the western boundary of this property that it would have connected to something else that would have served another area, city of Haslet?
No.
Okay.
I do have a question for Ms. Schwenke. So this will be one platted lot, is that correct?
That is correct.
And it will be two different zonings on that one lot, is that correct?
That is correct.
Thank you.
Just for the sake of identifying it, can you show us approximately where the zoning boundary is?
Yeah, the zoning boundary follows that middle line
Okay.
of the lot. And it was originally, well, it still is, on the north half, it's zoned PI, public institutional, and on the south side, it is R2. Both categories allow for church activities and church buildings. However, they may come back and want to change it. In fact, the person that submitted this to the city asked me about that yesterday. He says he thought there might have been a zoning case that goes along with this plat, and I said, no, there's not. You have to apply separately for that, and they have not. So they may come back and apply for PI on the southern half, but they don't have to.
Are there any structures that sit over top of that line?
No, not at this time.
No, that's just that house that's on the south side of the church, right?
Yeah,
House, that big tree. Is that owned by the church?
yes.
Oh,
It's all owned by the church.
I didn't know that.
Both 2-acre tracts are owned by the church.
Oh, okay, so that's their house too? Oh, okay.
Do they have the silos behind that house? Or those silos belong to that property?
I don't know who they belong to, the silos.
I thought they were with that property. I was just curious.
They must be.
They must,
Yeah, they would.
Yeah, they must be. They're not in the meadow,
No.
so they must be.
That's Eastwood, or West,
On that property.
Eastwood, right?
It was Knox.
Knox. That's it. And the other one was Coward, correct?
What?
Odie Coward. That's the church itself. Used to own it.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions or discussion topics? If not, is there a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we recommend approval of final plat of Lot 1R, Block A, Holy Shepherd Lutheran Church Edition.
Okay, there's a motion to recommend approval. I thought we approved or denied. I didn't think we recommended the city council approval of
Final
plats.
plat? What do we?
Yeah, you recommend.
Okay.
The city
Final
council
plat.
will look at it.
Okay.
Final plat.
I'll second.
Okay, motion been seconded. All in favor? Motion passes unanimously, and we don't need agenda item 7 or 8. Anything for our future that we need to talk about today?
Nothing to talk about today, but there are some big items coming down the pipe that you'll be seeing. So hopefully, once they get everything submitted, we'll bring them forward.
All right, well, thank you for the heads up on that.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
We are adjourned. The time is 6:39
That's
PM.
a world, that's a record.